and welcome to the Pip and Pin Podcast. My name is Megan Nodecker, and I'm a knitwear designer from Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. You can find me on Instagram as Pip and Pin, on Ravelry as Knit Pip and Pin, and in the Ravelry group, Pip and Pin. Today is November 5th, and this is episode 63, and it is cloudy and blustery and a regular November day kind of here. I've got some soup bubbling on the stove that I made this morning, so my house smells like fall and lovely, and it's just wonderful. Today I have a couple of things to show you, but lots of stuff to talk about. So I'm gonna jump right in with some, what am I gonna do first? Giveaway winners. I have lots of giveaway winners today. If you were watching the last episode, I had a giveaway for our Sabino Canyon collection, and basically all you had to do was leave a comment on the video, and I had so much fun reading all of your Halloween stories. Even if you didn't celebrate Halloween, I had people commenting, so that was nice too. And yeah, just about all the costumes that you made and the stories, and it was lovely. Halloween's my favorite, so that was really nice to read through all of those. So thank you to everybody who entered. The winners are going to receive a digital copy of, sorry, Fred's right here, right here. I don't know if he's taking the table or not. He's just decided to sit on my notes, so can I have those? I need those. Yeah, they have names on them. Thank you. Anyways, the winners are going to receive a digital copy of Sabino Canyon. This is our mystery pattern release collection, and the first pattern was released a few weeks ago. It was the Sabino Canyon Cardigan. The next pattern of the 6 is going to be released next Saturday. So you should, if you are signed up for that, you can watch out for that. I'm not telling you anything about it this time. So complete mystery. Yeah, you'll get a pattern a month for 6 months. So I think it ends in March. And yeah, so the winners I did by random number generator are Anne Hicks, Jean Hummerston, and Gail Mounsey. And yeah, so if that is you, please email me at support@pipandpin.ca with your Ravelry name, or send me a message on Ravelry, and I will send you your prize. We also have the Sabino Canyon Knit Along that's going on, and that's going to be running all the way until April. That is a knit along for any of the patterns in the Sabino Canyon collection. So all 6 of them as they come out. There's a chatter thread open right now. You can go and see there's some people that have been knitting some of the cardigans, so there's lots of pictures and stuff up there, which is nice to see. I also have another giveaway knitter because our hand knit along ended just a few days ago, and that was our mitten and glove knit along over in our Ravelry group. And the winner for that one is Shoe Knits, and I think, what did she make? I think she made some fingerless gloves. Maybe she tested them for Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls? I could be totally wrong. But Shoe Knits, you are the winner. I forgot to write down your name, but I know who you are. And I will I'll also be contacting you on Ravelry. So I thank you so much for everyone who entered the Sabino Canyon giveaway and everyone who participated in the hand knits knit along. Those were both very fun. And I hope to do some more knit alongs. I really love knit alongs. They're super fun. We have one more going right now, and that is the Big Blanket Make Along. That one is going until February 28th, and it's a blanket knit along, crochet along, whatever along. There's not going to be a finished object thread because the point of the blankets is not to finish them, but just to pull them out and work on them. I have been working on some more on mine. I'm making the Weekender blanket. And of course, I forgot to write down the designer name, but I will have linked to all my projects below so you can take a peek there. Basically, it is crocheting these little hexagons. I'm just using mostly fingering weight scraps held double, some DK if I have them. So yeah, if you're making a blanket, if you're in the middle of one and it's been, sitting for a couple months over the summer and it needs to get pulled out again, come join our knit along. I'll be drawing prizes just from the chat thread, so no pressure to finish, but come and hang out in our group. That's really all I ask. The last thing that I want to talk about is something I've been working on for a really, really long time. I wasn't expecting it to take this long to put them together, but this is my first time kind of doing something like this. And then kind of, life and stuff just happened. So it took a little longer than expected, but I'm super excited because tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so I think that's 1 o'clock Eastern Time, our shop is going to be updated with some very special things. I've been working on making mystery mini SKEIN sets. If you've been a supporter of mine for a while, you may remember I've done about three rounds of like a mystery mini SKEIN swap kind of thing. This time, instead of having you send me your yarn, I picked yarn from all different Canadian dyers, sorry. So I picked yarn from all different dyers and put them into these like curated sets. And so there's 3 different mood boards that you get to choose from. The first one is kind of like blues and greens and grays, and it's really like dark and moody with some kind of brighter, lighter pops. The second one, option B, is more like fall inspired. So it's oranges and reds and browns and some yellows and just really rich like fall autumn colors. And then the third one is kind of like dusty floral pinks and blues and greens and kind of lighter, but not bright. I really like that one. I like them all, but I like the pink one. So we are having 5 SKEIN mystery mini SKEIN sets. All of them are going to be different. So if you chose option A, which is the dark blue greeny one, it's not going to be the same from set to set. So all the sets are going to be different in that thing, because basically I just picked yarns from it's like what I was doing before, except I curated the yarns instead of having them send in. So I got yarn from different dyers and then made the sets, but they're not all the same, and I don't know, very fun. I'm super excited about this. I think today I'm gonna go and actually put all the sets together. I have the yarn all wound and labeled and like pretty much everything's ready to go. I just have to put the sets together, which is the fun part, but that's something that has to be done during the day right here, because this is the only light that I have in my whole house. Yeah, so there'll be kind of some quantities of those. And then I also thought it would be fun, especially because we are, we're kind of in the middle of a pandemic and it's getting to be winter time, and that always means cozy and inside and bundled up and just kind of nice nights. That's kind of what winter seems like to me. So I made Knitter's Night In sets. So with those, you will be getting a mystery mini SKEIN set. There's 5 mini SKEINs in here of the color that you choose. You'll also get a bag of tea from New Moon Tea Company, and they are based out of British Columbia, Canada. So this is all hand blended loose leaf tea. And then you'll also get an 8-ounce soy candle from Shy Wolf Candles. And I have 4 different scents of candle and 4 different blends of tea. And you can, when these go up into the shop, you can go and see the different kinds. To keep the mystery kind of part of it, I'm not letting you choose which tea or candle you get either. So the teas, there's a couple different herbal teas, and I think This is the only one that's caffeinated. And then there's 4 different kind of tarot-inspired candle scents. So you don't get to pick. But I understand that there's definitely some people who don't like caffeinated teas or are sensitive to certain scents and things like that. So if you do purchase it, there'll be kind of a survey thing afterwards. If there's any particular one you really want or really don't want, you can let me know, and I will definitely try my best to be accommodating. If you want a complete surprise, that's fun too. So yeah, those are going up in the shop tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm very excited about those. Oh, if you haven't already, I'll put a link down below too. You can sign up for our website for a reminder when it goes, when the shop gets updated. You may also get some early access. So if there's something that you kind of had your eye on, that is the way to do that. Sign up for the newsletter and you'll get a little bit early access there. Yeah, so that is it for kind of shop things. Let's talk about some knitting. I just have a couple whips to show you. I really haven't been working on too much this week, aside from these 2 projects. A little bit on my blanket as well, but mostly I've been working on the Mystery Mini Skein sets. So I showed this last time. This is a pair of socks that I'm working on. Ooh, and they're all tangled, of course. This is Mermaid Avenue by Summer Lee. And I'm using Knit Picks Stroll in their orange. And you can see my little Hagrid progress keeper. So that's how much I've done this week. Not a ton, but they're for Christmas. They're for a Christmas present, so I have plenty of time. I have finished one of them. This other yarn is 6 and 7 fibers. I think it was a club colorway or like the Christmas Advent something a couple years ago. These are the same colors that I made my daughter's like kind of Christmas sweater last year. So that's that. And that's not, there's not too much to talk about those. If you want some more information about them, I did talk more about them last time. It's a really fun little pattern. I want to do it again in a speckled yarn. I think it would be really fun. I find pattern socks go really quickly for me. I know some people kind of find them fiddly, but I really like them. I tend to get kind of bored with vanilla socks unless they're like self-striping or the yarn is doing something fun. Usually ribbed socks fit me the best. Pattern socks are the funnest to make, and vanilla socks are fine. My philosophy. The other thing that I've been working on, and for how long I've been working on this past week, I don't have a lot of progress really. I ripped it out a lot. It is a new design I'm working on, and I'm using this, which is Sweet Fiber, their Cashmere Merino worsted in Marshland, which is that really, really dark greeny teal with lots of black in it. And this, which it's wound together, but it's Autumn and Indigo DK and a mohair that I'm holding double. And I am making a hat. And I've had to rip it out a couple times because, I don't know, it just kept being too small, and then it wasn't quite right. And then I basically had an epiphany and ripped the whole thing out and restarted entirely. And then I got halfway through that, and then I wanted to change everything. And so I did. I hope, I'm pretty sure that this one is going to stick. So I have this guy. And this is like a double ribbed brim. So it's Like this is, you provisionally cast on and then knit, and then you kind of 3 needle them together, knit them together so they form like a tube. So there's this double layer of excellent squishiness and some color work. And then on this side, there's going to be a little feature, and it's going to be a beautiful flower. And you can kind of tell what it's going to be. But eventually it's going to be this lovely rose with this really graphic striped pattern. Totally not what my original intention was, but I am loving how this is coming out. It's so thick and squishy and lovely. I might have to do like a fingering weight or a DK version because this is going to be real warm and great for lots of people. Not that awesome for me because I don't live somewhere where it's very hot. Or, sorry, I don't live somewhere where it's very cold. It doesn't get super cold here. So I may have to, write this up as worsted or DK and fingering, or sorry, DK and mohair. But I also might try and make a kind of a second one, maybe a fingering version. That would be really lovely. I would like that. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do this big chunky worsted version and a fingering version. So that's that. I really love, because these are just vertical stripes, my floats are so pretty. It's very satisfying. I don't have any plans to, if you know me, I design things and then let them sit for months and months and months and months. So who knows when that will actually get released. I have 2 patterns that I'm kind of still working on that I should finish, but I got inspired to knit something, so that's what I gotta do. It doesn't always happen. And that's literally it. That is everything that I've been working on. I've been working on that hat a lot, and it doesn't look like much because I kept ripping it out. Oh, I guess I could talk about what I'm wearing. This is my sun cardigan. This is a kit that I got from We Are Knitters, and it's made out of cotton yarn in their dark copper colorway, which is this really lovely kind of rusty red. I love this cardigan so much. It's very light and just a really nice layer to kind of throw on. It also has these kind of balloon sleeves, like they're just really big and lovely, and I like them. That's what I'm wearing, if you were curious. Again, I have project page for it, so you can find that in the link down below. I have got some things that I'm thinking about casting on. One thing in particular is I had someone, I've been posting a little bit about the mystery mini skein sets, and someone had asked if one set could make a set of like a sprocket hat and a pair of sprocket socks. And I don't quite know. I don't know if that's quite enough. I think it is. Like, I'm pretty sure it is if you are strategic with like what colors you choose for the brim of your hat and the heel of your sock and things like that. If you're strategic, I'm pretty sure it will work. But now I'm really curious. So I found some minis. Well, one is more than a mini, so I'll have to actually I have to actually put it into a 20-gram ball just to make sure that I'm not using more than I should. But I'm gonna make a pair of Christmas socks. Christmas kind of. Ooh. Let's see if I can do that again. Christmas-ish socks. They're not totally Christmas, but Christmas enough. So kind of Christmas socks and then a matching hat as well. This one, I don't know if you can see, but it is definitely gold and sparkly. I might switch this one out. I think originally it was a different red. I might put it back to red. I might keep it orange. I'm not too sure exactly. But these have kind of been sitting. I made this set from one of the previous mini SKEIN things that I've done, and with the intention of making myself sprocket socks. But I've never gotten around to it. So maybe now is the time to actually do that. Now that I'm inspired. Do I need should I cast on another pair of socks? Will I have one? Usually I don't like having 2 pairs of socks, but maybe I'll cast on the hat. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. That's it. That's it for knitting stuff. I have gotten some things in the mail, which is very exciting because I feel like I haven't ordered yarn in a really long time. So I'll show you what I got. So this comes from Alberta, from Polka Dot Creek. And I got one of her sock sets. This is Vintage Christmas Card. And so Vintage Christmas Card is the main SKEIN, and then 2 minis, Brick and Moss. And I think those will make really, really cute Christmas socks. Maybe I will make Georgia and I matching ones. I think that would be really cute. I like the green, so maybe I can make green ones for me and red ones for her. I think there'll definitely be enough of this to do that. It was a little neater before, but I wanted to open it up because there's like some really neat things in here. There's like a little bit of blue sometimes on kind of this pale pink base. Down here there's some like really dark greens. Yeah, I think these are going to be really fun. There's some red, there's a little bit of black in there as well. So yeah, maybe this will just be the year of Christmas socks. I really enjoy having Christmas socks because they're fun and festive. And Halloween is done, so I can start wearing them now. The other SKEIN that I got is Toffee, and it's this beautiful warm brown tonal. This is her classic sock base. Same with the set. It's a 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. Yeah, maybe these two? No, probably not. But I know that I will, like, it just goes with my life. So I will definitely find a use for that somewhere. The other piece of mail that I got was from Flock Fiber, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I have a couple of fingerless mitt patterns that I designed a million years ago. They're some of my very, very first patterns. They're the steady gloves and the woodcutter gloves, and I would like to update those patterns. So they are like super bulky. The woodcutter gloves just has a really long cuff, and then like a long ribbed cuff, and then just kind of plain and basic. And the study gloves have like a little bow thing here. I think I'm going to alter those a little bit to be a little longer and just kind of update the pattern a bit, or make a completely new pattern, because I bought 2 skeins of coordinating ones that like I didn't really think would go together, but now I see them together and they're very lovely. The first one, this is their Think Big super bulky base, and it is super squishy and super lovely. I've seen this in person many times before and have just never bought it. After knitting for markets so much and knitting a lot with super bulky yarn, if I knit with it for too long, old knitting injuries start to flare up a little bit. So I can't work with it too much, but I thought this would be a really nice treat, and to update those patterns would be really nice. This is this Sweet Honeycomb colorway, and to me it reminds me of like hot mustard. It's this lovely like yellow, golden, orange. It's very like, it glows. It's pretty awesome. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Yeah, so it is lovely, lovely yellow. A little bit of a different yellow than I usually go for, but I really like it. And then the other skein that I got is Tea Room, which is this beautiful, like, grays and pinks and the little hints of kind of toffee and just this beautiful, I love this so much. And you wouldn't think that hot mustard and soft pink go together, but wouldn't that be so lovely to have, like, just mostly this with, like, a little touch of something? So yeah, plan is to update some patterns eventually. Now that Georgia is back in school, I feel like we do have more time. Katie's back, so we have, we have lots of things that we want to do. And that's one of them. When will it get done? Nobody knows. And that's about it. That's it for knitting. That's it for everything. It was a short little quick episode today, but I really liked it when I was kind of in the habit of doing it every week. I think having a set day to do it for me makes it easier. I don't get overwhelmed. Sorry about last time. I tried it out with my good DSLR camera, and I think I had the wrong lens on it, so it was like the autofocus was going nuts. So hopefully I switched my lens to something else, and hopefully that has helped. It seems to be doing better. Sorry if it's not. I'll have to try again next time. Yeah, so for kind of life stuff, Halloween happened last weekend, and that was we actually had a really, really lovely time. We went out with my sister and her two boys, who are a little bit younger than Georgia. We went to her neighborhood because it has all the little cute houses, and it's just a little less busy than here. We found that there were lots of houses that don't do Halloween, and that's fine. But we noticed that there was a lot of people doing like goodie bags and all different sorts of things that were a little unique to this year. I think everyone was in good spirits, and the kids had a lot of fun. We went around for not too long. We maybe went out for about an hour. They filled up their buckets, and then we came home and had some hot cocoa, and it was a really, really excellent Halloween. I think that was the first Halloween that Georgia's been trick-or-treating with other kids. So that was probably very nice for her. Usually Justin and I just take her around our neighborhood. Yeah, it was a really lovely night. Anything else that's going on? Not really. Georgia's been in school, and I've been working away on getting some new things to you. So not really a ton in this life section. And honestly, I don't see that picking up anytime soon. Yeah, I think this winter is going to be pretty, we're probably going to be pretty big homebodies and not really doing much. I have lots of board games and stuff. I bought it looks like a vintage book, like an old, I got it at Costco, but it is Monopoly. Because Georgia and I have been playing Monopoly Junior a lot, and like I really loved board games when I was little, and I couldn't find my copy of of Monopoly that I had from when I was a kid. So it, probably got shuffled around in a move somewhere. I don't know where it is. So I bought another Monopoly. So I think sometime this week, maybe this weekend, we're gonna go and get some appies and some, pickies and sausages and crackers and cheese and pickles and all that kind of good stuff. And we're gonna sit down and play a game of Monopoly. I think we'll definitely do, I don't know if I remember this from when I was a kid, but in the one that I have, there's like instructions for how to do shorter games. I don't think a 6-year-old can play a full game of Monopoly. I don't think my husband can play a full game of Monopoly. So there's different ways in there to like make it a little bit quicker. But I hope that, I don't know, I really like board games, and I hope that that's something that we can start to do more of. We do have quite a few. We have lots that I got Sorry the other day. That's a fun one. And now that she's getting a little bit older, like Monopoly Junior is fun, don't get me wrong, but there is something, a little more cutthroat about Monopoly. So we'll get her into that one when she's young. If you have any suggestions for board games that we should add to our collection that are good for, she can't quite read yet, but she's on the verge. So I'd say a game for someone who's between 6 and 10, like 6 and 8, because there can always be someone to like help. We're not competitive, so there's that too. We just play games for fun. So helping someone with reading and things like that isn't really a big deal. Yeah, that's about it. If you were a winner of our Sabino Canyon giveaway, make sure you contact me. Congrats to the winner of the hand knits, and don't forget about our blanket make along, and our big shop update tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're signed up to the newsletter if you want to get some early access to that. And that's about it. I hope you all have a really great weekend, and I will see you again next week. All right, bye.